Hi everybody, Bruce Arms here for Big Number 1 Duval Ford. It's my pleasure to introduce this week's Scholar Athlete. Check them out.
I'm Austin Reed. I play quarterback at St. Augustine High School for the football team, and then I also play lacrosse during the spring. Just growing up, my family was always just like, when I was raised, my dad loves football, my mom loves football, so it was always just like, when you grow up, I just always had football in my family. And then I always played flag football growing up, and when I got 7 or 8 years old, I tried to convince my parents to let me play tackle football. And it was hard at first. My mom wasn't down really for all the contact at such a young age, but I was able to convince her. And then eventually I was able to play for Pop Warner at 7 or 8 years old, and then the rest is history. My dad played quarterback in high school, and so I think I just grew up and I always had such a strong arm, and it was always just easy to throw a football for me. It came naturally. So when it got time to come to middle school, I played middle school quarterback, and that's when it really started to realize oh, this is what I'm good at. And so when I got to high school, it was just an easy decision to play quarterback and just focus only on that. I don't know, it's how it feels when you let go of the ball and it's just in the air and you're watching a dude run under it and catch it. Plus I'm not the fastest, so I usually give it to the guy who are the fastest, so it's usually a better move for me to do. I think just the preparation that we put in at St. Augustine High School and how we have such high expectations for how good of a team we are. Because for St. Augustine, it's 17 years straight going to the playoffs, and 16 of the last 17 years we won our district. So it's just, as a quarterback for St. Augustine High School, you have to put the expectation on yourself that you have to step up to the plate and you have to be good enough for that team, or else you shouldn't be on the field. And that's how I felt always. I've always been if I'm gonna be the quarterback out there and I'm gonna be the guy for St. Augustine, then I better be ready to play and I better be able to show out. And so then it's always just been, whenever I get on the field, I'm prepared to do that. Definitely composure, because a lot of times with quarterbacks, things will go wrong and they'll start pointing fingers and a lot of guys will get upset, and that'll definitely take a team down. And with being a quarterback, you gotta be the guy that, you gotta stay as a flat line, and you just gotta be the guy where ups and downs, you gotta be, we're good, you gotta stay steady. And so for me, what I try to do is when we go, if we have a turnover, I throw a pick, something bad happens, somebody messes up, I try to be the guy that stays steady with it and keeps everybody's head in the game, and that's why I think we're so successful, because we have such good composure and we're always ready to play. I played baseball up until 7th grade, and once I got to 7th grade, I realized I really couldn't hit well. Kind of sucked. So I was I need to play something else. So my friends all played lacrosse, and I was I'll play lacrosse, why not? Something to do in the off season when I'm not playing football. And so I started playing, I really liked it. I just liked how much running there was to it. It really got me in shape and things like that. And it was fun, it was something to do with a bunch of my friends, so I just started playing in middle school, and then ever since I just realized how much I liked it and kept playing. I don't know, I love being outside and stuff. I love sports because how competitive it is. I'm a super competitive person. I don't care if I'm playing PE, basketball, or I'm in a state championship. I want to win. I get super mad if I lose too, so. I love sports, just the competitive aspect of it, and how how you can show someone you're better than them. And I know that sounds messed up, but I love when it's after a game, when you know that you're better than the other team now, and there's nothing they can say about it. There's nothing anybody can say about it, yeah, I'm better than you. I love the competitive aspect of sports and just anything in general. Yeah, my sister teaches me a lot of one of the main reasons I've gotten so good with my composure on the field is because of my sister. And she's really steady when she plays basketball. She can go on because with basketball, you're gonna miss shots, but I've never seen Brooke just start to get upset and then she'll have an awful game because of it. She's gotten really good at when she misses shots, she's fine, and then she'll just start hitting shots and then she'll start to get better with it. And I think that taught me really oh, if I go through 2 or 3 drives or we go 3 and out, I can't get really upset about it because still got a whole game to play. And that's really the main thing she's taught me. She has extremely good composure at such a young age for sports. And I realized as I was watching her during the off season, I was I need to apply that to my football game. And so I think that's been the main thing she's taught me. For me, I tried to just show her things that I didn't learn until I was later in life. Show her earlier while she's 2 years younger than me, so maybe she can catch on to things earlier than I can. And her being all county as a freshman in basketball was that was ridiculous to me. To be on varsity as a freshman and be all county, I was super impressed. And to see that she got such early success and she could become way more successful than I am, I just try to, things that I didn't catch on until this year and have helped me this year, I want to try to tell her as a freshman, as a sophomore, so that she's a step ahead of everybody else who's not going to find out until they're a senior. My church life is extremely important to me. I go to church every Sunday, and I go to youth group, and there's this all men organization at my church that meets like every first Thursday of the month that I go to. I just think my church life is like the most important thing in my life. Is more important than school and football and things like that, because eventually those will go away, but this is like forever. And I think I try to keep that the main thing in my life, and it leads to, I think if I put that first thing in my life, then there's no way that my life can go unsuccessful. Because if I have that as my main thing in life, my life's always going to be a success. I think definitely Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So whenever I feel like maybe the other team might be better than us, or maybe like athletically better than us, and then maybe they look like a team that could maybe do things, I know that I always have him above who can give me the strength to do what I need to do that night. My future goal for this season, since we're going into the playoffs, is to win the state championship. And I mean, that's a high expectation to put on a team, but I think just with the amount of preparation we put in and how well our coaching staff is, just how motivated our guys this year are. Like, I've been at St. Augustine for 4 years, and I don't think I've seen a team that wants to make a deep run as bad as this team does. So that's definitely that's my goal for this year. And then my goal for after that is to, I'm playing D1 football, but I want to go to D1 football program, and I want to be able to go start a Division I football program and have success at the college level, and like just enrich my college experience as a college football player. Right now I have an offer from Southern Illinois, which is D1 FCS, and then Columbia University in New York, which is D1 FCS. And so right now I'm verbally committed to Southern Illinois. So I wanted to lock down that spot because I'd be the only 2018 commit at quarterback. So they wanted me to lock down the spot, so I verbally committed about a week or two ago. My favorite quarterback's always been Russell Wilson, because a lot of people overlooked him, and I felt like I didn't start till my senior year, so a lot of people like kind of overlooked me and didn't expect such things out of me. And with him, his height, he always got overlooked, and people always said he wasn't going to be able to do this, or wasn't going to be able to do that, and he still has continued to have success. And then just the kind of person he is too, where his faith is such an important part of his life, and he's just a good person overall. I definitely think like my role model in football would be Russell Wilson. Shout out to my mom and dad. I love you guys. You do so much for me. Hi, my name is Austin Reed. I play quarterback for St. Augustine High School, and I'm living in the game.